Cheap Seats, episode number 47.
Yeah.
Uh, you can't see anyone here besides me, but I have Nick and I have Mason with me right now.
Hi. Hello.
We're coming off of week 17. This is a remote episode. We got a brand new sign on the set, which will be nice for next time around. And the table's a little different, but things are heating up in the NFL as we get closer to the playoff race here. And there's one thing I kind of wanted to touch on right away, which was like the biggest game of the week, which was Ravens and 49ers. And, for so long, people were like pushing the Brock Purdy MVP narrative, saying that, hey, this guy's going to win MVP. But in reality, he just doesn't have the talent, in my opinion, because he has such good pieces around him. And then he goes out there against the Ravens, he throws 4 interceptions.
Yeah, he's definitely not getting the MVP no more.
No, he's
CMC though.
They say Lamar's a new
for sure.
favorite, which is bullshit.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Lamar played a good game. We'll give it to him there. But if we're being honest, it should be CMC who wins the MVP.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Back.
Yeah, because CMC has been so good for the 49ers, and he is the best player on that team. Like, I don't know how you could say Brock Purdy deserves MVP when he is not even the best player on his own team. I don't know how you feel about that.
CMC is the 49ers.
Yeah, exactly. He's like the main piece of that team. You got a lot of other good pieces around there. You have Debo, you have Kittle, you have Ayuk, but I don't think any of those guys are necessarily. I don't think they hold a candle to CMC. CMC is legit.
Well,
He should win MVP.
Offense, I could probably go in there and win MVP as a quarterback.
He probably could put up a similar stat line to Purdy. I mean, he's been.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been saying this whole time that he's been a system quarterback, and like, sure, he's playing well. I'll give it to him, but he's just playing well for the system. And people are going, "Oh no, this guy's legit. He's an MVP candidate. He should win it."
Garoppolo was a great 49ers QB, but as soon as he went somewhere else,
yeah, he didn't do much after that. And when you have good pieces like that, it's easy to play better. So I don't know if you want to hold it against people for having good. Yeah, I wish, but if you want to hold it against people for having good pieces around them, so be it. But I just don't think Brock Purdy should be in that conversation at all, and he shouldn't really have been in the MVP conversation in the first place. So another takeaway from that game: do you see Lamar got tripped up by that ref?
that was bull.
I don't even know how that happened. Like, what happened? Did the ref fall down?
Yeah. He was trying to back
do that
a lot of the way, and then he fucking tripped over himself.
Oh, he's got to feel pretty stupid after that game.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. You trip, and then you get basically the 49ers free 2 points, which didn't really end up mattering in the end because the Ravens took care of them pretty handedly, but that's a low light. Or maybe the highlight of that guy's career. Who knows? But I think it's fair to say that the Ravens are the best team in the NFL now.
What do you think about that? For like when a ref interferes, like with a big play or even a small play, do you think they should like keep that play, or you think they should fucking redo it? Should be a replay of whatever down it is, I think.
I kind of agree with that.
Challenge.
Yeah, like if you were to go back and be able to challenge it, it'd be like ref interference. And then it would at least reset the down. I think that would probably be the best way to do it.
And even like the what's this Steelers head coach when he was on that kick return. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That one was dumb. That one was pretty fucking stupid.
Right, exactly. So I think the NFL should implement something like that. Like, you need to have something to kind of account on the other factors of the game that aren't the two teams playing. Like the refs messing with stuff. I don't know if you want to say a fan messing with stuff, like hopping out onto the stadium or like onto the field and maybe in the middle of a play causing someone to screw up. Like there should be some type of thing to kind of keep that accountable. So, but no, it was a good game regardless. Maybe didn't live up to the hype that a lot of people thought it should, but I thought it was still a pretty good game. So Mahomes and the Chiefs got stunned by the Raiders, and I'm surprised, honestly. I really thought the Chiefs were going to win, but I got to give it to the Raiders, man. They played pretty well. The defense was very good.
I fucking love it.
Do you see how fed up Mahomes was?
He was crying.
He was. He was like
You'd see
screaming at his
eyes tearing
offensive
up
line.
and shit. Oh, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. And then the
Also-
takeaway I had from that game is that like every time he got an offensive snap, I don't know if you want to put this on the coordinator. I don't know if you want to put this on the offensive line, and I don't know if you want to put this on Mahomes, but he held the ball for so long, like every offensive pass play. You think when he's sitting back there and he doesn't have wide receivers that can necessarily create or run like a schoolyard type of offense where when the play breaks down, they can extend it. You think you would draw up some quick hitting stuff, maybe hand the ball off a little more instead of just having Mahomes scramble around for 20 seconds holding the football. Like, get the ball out of his fucking hands. I don't know who you want to put that on, but that's nuts.
Yeah. I forgot the guy's name, Jack something. The guy that got the pick
Oh,
six.
Jack Jones?
Yeah. What a menace. Just making a child's Christmas and then just taking it right away from him.
Nabbing the ball from him.
Giving him the ball, and then he took it away.
There was a guy right behind the kid who was trying to grab it. Like, I saw the footage of it. Like, there was a guy right behind the kid who was ready to grab the football from him, so he took it back just so that the kid didn't get taken from that guy.
I did see that. That they said,
definitely cried the whole way home.
yeah, I saw that that kid, there's like a guy behind him trying to grab it, which was the reason why it got taken, but
he
knows,
could have at
man?
least like went after and like, given the kid something.
Fuck no. He was a Chiefs fan.
Yeah,
well, I
but
don't think
that's how
he
you
needs
change
to give
something.
the kid anything.
Well, no, it would have been but people
Nick,
wouldn't be
you're
so
being a
confused
pussy.
right now. No, shut the fuck up. Let me talk. Then he wouldn't be so controversial right now. Like, and people are like assuming like he just did that because he said "fuck them kids," even though he like
kinda.
he said in his Instagram like he's not that kind of person. It's
There's
just because, dude.
There's actually a vote as him being the biggest prick in the NFL now.
Wow, really? People are saying that?
Fucking hilarious.
Biggest prick in the NFL for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of nuts. I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but it was very nice seeing the Chiefs get destroyed by the Raiders. I must say.
Mahomes still crying like a bitch, per usual.
Yeah, per usual. And then you had in the AFC West too, the Broncos lost to the fucking Patriots. How does that happen, dude? And now, like the Broncos, they had such a prime window to take over the AFC West with how bad the Chiefs have been, and they've just completely tossed it. They lost to the Lions the week before. They just lost to the Patriots. Now they're benching Russell Wilson too.
What?
Yeah, which I heard is it's a contractual thing where like they just don't want him to get hurt or something. Otherwise they owe him more money if he gets hurt. I think. Don't quote me on that,
makes sense.
But they're starting Jarrett Stidham next week, so Russ might be done for the season too. They might say so. That's kind of insane.
Peace, Cameron.
Right. R.I.P. The Broncos season. Cameron's probably not too happy about that. Then the kind of Linsanity run for some of these backup quarterbacks, like Tommy DeVito and Jake Browning, it's all over, man. DeVito got benched. They're starting Tyrod Taylor next week. It's so quick it's so like funny how quick stuff moves in the NFL where like people are buying this Tommy DeVito merch and they're like buying jerseys, they're buying stuff that like says, "Oh, Tommy Cutlets," and this guy gets benched like within 3 weeks. Same thing with Jake Browning. He was getting so much hype. People were even comparing him to being as good as Joe Burrow. And
That's odd.
that was kind of a stretch. And like he kind of got his ass kicked by the Steelers last week of all teams. So
Kind of a stretch.
yeah, it's more than
Oh,
kind of a stretch. It's a huge stretch. But
that's wild.
yeah, but it's kind of crazy how that happens. And well, you got fucking Joe Flacco playing like it's 2012 again.
Oh yeah.
Hey, he's always
Joe
prime.
Flacco for MVP.
Yeah, he should win comeback player of the year in my opinion.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, I understand what happened to Damar Hamlin. We get that. It was tragic. It was unfortunate.
But
But
boo fucking boo people.
if you want to
Get
be in
over
the
it.
real spirit of the award, Joe Flacco should win it.
Mm-hmm.
Going from prime QB to backup for multiple teams, and suddenly like being the first string QB for the Cleveland Browns. Like that's
Right. This
a
guy went
playoff.
from
A playoff.
Super
Cleveland
Bowl
Browns.
MVP to like backing up everyone else and like bouncing from team to team. And now this guy's fucking going out there and he's throwing for 200 yards alone to Amari Cooper, not to mention the rest of the yards he threw for to all of his other receivers. Like this guy deserves comeback player of the year. There was another player too, Nick. You were saying that should win comeback player of the year. Who was it? I don't remember who it was.
That's
You were
who was
talking
I
about it like
thinking?
2 nights ago or something.
I'll probably get to it.
Yeah, you'll have to take a look at that. But Joe Flacco for comeback player of the year. Fucking
What a
Joe
beauty.
Flacco for MVP, baby.
Oh,
All
yeah.
about Joe Flacco.
For sure.
No, the curse is gonna happen. Joe Flacco is gonna do horribly. All the spotlights on him, and
Yeah, that's how it
he's
goes.
gonna be cursed.
You see, do you know the comedian Stavros Halkias?
No.
He's a
No.
dude from originally from Baltimore, and there was like a clip of him a while back, doing like impressions of people from Baltimore, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, Lamar Jackson's pretty good and all, but there was just something about Joe Flacco." And someone made an edit out of that, and it's Joe Flacco torching the Texans. That was pretty baller. So I gotta say that. Nick, how'd your Seahawks do? I saw they won.
It's amazing. We have a wild card spot now.
Oh wow! So
Yeah, 7 seed.
say the Seahawks get in, are they going anywhere this postseason? Are they doing anything?
Fuck
or
no.
Really?
But we
Oh,
made it to the playoffs.
that's a W in itself. You know, I'll take
Hey,
that.
fuck you, Cameron. At least I'm in the playoffs. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's
Fuck your fucking Mr. Unlimited.
Mr.
We have-
Unlimited.
We have fucking Gino and we got Locke. That's all we
Fucking
need.
keep 'em. We
Right.
don't want them.
Surprisingly, the Packers are still in the playoff picture. They beat
Somehow.
Carolina. It was not.
Barely.
It was one of those wins that didn't even feel like a win, dude.
Like it
33
should
to
have been that
30.
close.
Hey, you know what? You guys aren't going to be able to see this, but there you go, everyone. Fire Joe Barry. This guy, I don't know how the hell he still has a fucking job.
Bomb.
You allow 30 points to like one of the worst offenses in the league. You allow Bryce Young to have like a career game against you. You were up so big. And
We think
then
Bryce Young was like fucking prime Aaron Rodgers.
yeah, and like how much stress are we going to keep putting on the offense? I mean, Jordan Love keeps going out there. He keeps dealing. Aaron Jones came back. He had a great game, but then the defense was getting torched nonstop. And we were up pretty big. And I was like, I swear to God, we're going to blow this lead. And sure enough, before you know it, it was 30 to 30. And luckily, Romeo Dobbs made that catch, which Adam Thielen, I don't know if you saw, he was a little upset about. He had some crocodile tears to give to that. He because you know he was on the Vikings before, and he apparently is a Minnesota guy through and through. Like he went to a Minnesota State college. I think he grew up in Minnesota, and he was asked about that Romeo Dobbs catch at the end of the game, to kind of seal it for the Packers to get him in field goal range, and he goes, "Yeah, that's just something you kind of expect the refs to do when you're playing the Packers," and he was crying about the refs benefiting the Packers on that catch when I don't know if you saw it. but it was clearly a fucking catch. Like, he moved the ball around when he caught it, but his hand was like constantly on the ball. His hand never left the football. It was always within his possession. And then when he hit the ground and it went out, he already caught it inbounds. He was ruled down then, and then he rolled out of bounds and the ball squirted out then. People were upset about that. But it was a catch inbounds. And for Adam Thielen to bitch about that, I mean, like, dude, you're upset because your favorite team cut you, and now you're on a 2-win team, and you have to deal with Bryce Young as your quarterback. Like, what more do you want? It's
You know what we have
ridiculous.
to say about that? Womp womp.
Oh, wow. Fucking A, dude. So the Packers get the W there. Jordan Love play well once again. Aaron Jones very good. And not the cleanest of wins, but now they got the Vikings next week. We'll see how that does. Oh, another thing we should talk about. Jair Alexander suspended for that game against the Vikings next week.
That's so stupid. This
Oh, what
it
a
doesn't
score,
make a
but
big
all that.
fucking difference. So what if you call it the fucking coin toss?
Well,
I'm
he
not even
wasn't
a
supposed to
pack.
be out there. That's the thing.
Yeah, but so what?
Suspended by, like, who suspended them? The Packers or the NFL?
Packers did.
Well, you're fucking joking.
You guys fucking won.
Yeah. I'm kind of torn apart on this one because I think it's kind of ridiculous that you're going to suspend your top corner for like a game that kind of determines your playoff hopes because you need to win out if you even want to have a shot at making the playoffs. But at the other side, it sets a precedent. Like, you shouldn't be out there. And if you wanted to be a team captain, maybe that's something you should have arranged with the team beforehand instead of just going out there yourself and then almost causing havoc. So you could look at it either way, but I feel like it was kind of necessary in a way, but maybe not in that
Kind
form.
of
Like maybe it should have been
overreacting.
a different
I
punishment.
think I think the Packers are dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
So you'll suspend Jair, your top corner, for that. But Joe Barry still has a job after getting dunked on by the Panthers.
Right. I just
Make
read a
that make sense.
statistic that like on Joe Barry's entire resume as a DC, like every team he's been a defensive coordinator for, they finished like 20th or worst in defense, in overall defense.
Oh yeah, it's because he's fucking terrible.
Yeah. So I swear to God, if he doesn't
Let
get
me go
fired
call
next year,
plays.
you got to have either Robert Saleh come in as DC if he gets fired from the Jets. Bill Belichick, they're saying, could be an option. I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. I doubt it. I feel like if Bill Belichick goes anywhere else, he's not going to want to be a coordinator. He's going to want to be the head coach. And then there was someone else they were bringing up too. I can't remember, but so quite a bit of options there. But that's a little bit of it.
Yes.
So the Dolphins and Cowboys played too. I don't really want to dive too deep into that, but Dolphins got the win surprisingly, 22-20. I mean, the Cowboys, they had these opportunities to win the East over and over again, and they always fumble it. So the Eagles probably are going to end up winning the East. And then I have 5 big takeaways from the fantasy season this year so far. And I just want you guys to kind of let me know if you agree with this or if you have any comments about it or if there's something that you don't agree with. So like the things we learned. The CMC, the injuries, I mean, we were all kind of concerned about that at the start of the year. He ended up still going pretty early. Bryce took him one at the 1-1 in our keeper league. And that proved not to be an issue. He didn't get injured at all this year, majorly, and he dominated. I think he's probably the fantasy RB1 if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yeah.
pretty impressive there. So, would you feel comfortable drafting CMC with your first round pick next year?
Oh, for sure.
No, he's always been a number one fantasy running back. It's just that you just don't know when he's getting injured.
Now, the injuries were a concern before. I don't know what's changed about from him going from Carolina to the Niners. Maybe it's a better training staff or like a medical staff, but It hasn't been an issue at all this year. Maybe the workload thing too, because they do work in Elijah Mitchell quite a bit. They give Debo Samuel some carries, and that's probably good for him in the state of keeping him fresh. So
I think the risk is worth the reward, honestly.
yeah. Another big
I think it's
takeaway.
worth it.
Oh, you can continue. What do you got?
So I think it's worth it, but Bryce is definitely going to keep him as his keeper.
Oh yeah, probably. Uh,
It'd be silly and foolish to not.
very silly and foolish. So then another one. Mahomes was one of the biggest draft busts this season for fantasy. Do you agree with that?
Kinda, in a way. I mean, later on, like he's a pretty consistent like fantasy QB.
I don't think we saw like the huge number of
haven't
games though,
seen-
like he put up the year before.
Yeah, we haven't seen like 30 or 40 from him.
But when you're looking for a guy and like he was probably always going usually in the top 3 rounds. I think Cameron kept him and he was a 5th round pick, which is crazy. But when a guy's usually going in the top 3 rounds of a fantasy draft, I think you want those big like 30, 40 point games though every now and then at least. And you didn't really see that out of Mahomes this year. Eckler was a pretty big fantasy bust. He might be the only one that challenges him.
The Chargers are. I don't know. It's just been a
Or
weird
something else.
season.
Oh yeah, both. I would say that. This one has kind of been proven for both me and Bryce is that both the Lions running backs, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, can coexist. We had a question about this before. I mean, me and Bryce got into it about it. But Jahmyr Gibbs have been putting up pretty good points. David Montgomery kept putting up good points. So that's an offense that's kind of crazy to the point where they can feed both Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs and be productive. And St. Brown gets a lot of work. Laporta gets a lot of work. It's an insane offense. So
Definitely very, very balanced.
yeah, I even might keep Jahmyr Gibbs as my keeper next year. He was something I had a lot of questions about at the start of the year, but then it's kind of turned it around quite a bit. So CJ Stroud is going to be a top 25 draftee next year. Like he'll go in the top 25. Do you buy that or you sell it?
I believe it.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
he's
not too
proven
mad about that.
Yeah, I think he's proven this year his value is insane. So then, last one. Sam Laporta was the steal of the year. Do you agree with that or not?
There's definitely better steals than Sam Laporta.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Like who?
I mean,
Because Laporta was pretty nasty this year. For a guy who was probably on waivers most of the year.
that is true. That's true. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's definitely for a tight end. It was a pretty harsh tight end year for fantasy. So
I agree.
Hey, TJ Hawkinson did pretty good.
He did. I don't know what he finished as,
Laporta
but
stepping up is pretty good. But I'm pretty sure Sam Laporta is
He
like
just got
top
put on
3
IR,
fantasy.
too.
he's definitely got to be top 3 fantasy tight end. I'm thinking. I haven't looked for sure, but
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I wouldn't say he was the biggest steal, but definitely if you're looking for the tight end fucking drama this year, like I guess tight end wise he was a steal.
I agree. Alrighty, that's all I got for NFL news. So we will probably head into the break here, sitting at about 23 minutes. We got blind ranking and the week 16 pick'em to do. So, or week 17 pick'em, excuse me. So, I'll see you in a bit. Heartcount Heroes is glad to say that we are working with Sharps, the social network for sports bettors. On Sharps, you can post your bets, see what your friends are betting, and even tail bets by clicking the whale tail icon. Sharps also connects to all major sport books. You got DraftKings, you got Prize Picks, BetMGM, FanDuel, and even more. So, if you want to go beyond bet tracking, download Sharps and use our code HARD459 at the bottom of the screen there. Once again, HARD459 when you sign up. We'd appreciate it. It helps out the page, helps out the podcast. And I'm going to be real with you boys. The TikTok has not been great lately. They've been doing us dirty, so we'd appreciate the help. So, all right, back from break. So we have a blind ranking up next, and it's something we were talking about last night. We were talking about cadences NFL quarterbacks use. So I have 5 cadences, or 5 quarterbacks who all have a distinct cadence, I would say. Holy shit, why is that word so hard to say like over and over? But we're gonna start with the guy who kind of sparked it all when he was talking about Dak Prescott's cadence. Cam Newton, dude. Remember what Cam
Yes.
Newton's was?
What did he?
Yeah, what did he? Where would you rank that out of 1 through 5?
That's top
I'm gonna
tier.
go
That's
3.
one.
You're
That's
putting that
top
at 1?
tier. That's top tier.
All right. Mason go with 3. Respectable right in the middle. Nick going all the way to 1. And
Yeah,
that's the
that's
first
top
one you
tier.
heard. It's kind of
Yeah,
wild.
I know. It's top tier.
All right. Then next one up, the guy I was also just talking about, Dak Prescott, going, yeah, here we go. Wait, set. Where are you putting that? It's
I'm gonna
pretty
go
goated.
4.
It's good.
It is good, but I don't know.
There's better ones.
I want to hear what else is there.
All right, so
Can't rank it too high.
Nick's putting it 3. Mason's going 4. All right. Next one, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, there it is.
That's got to be
I'm
number
going
1.
all the
What-
way to the
you know what?
top.
You know what? I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2.
Would you have put him 1, Nick, if you didn't put Cam Newton at 1?
Nathan's 1.
Wow. Wild. The
You
Aaron
would put
Rodgers
Cam
one is
Newton
so
over
classic,
Aaron?
dude.
It sounds so angry
Aaron
though.
Rodgers.
you
Aaron
mean?
Rodgers drew too many people off sides with his cadence. He was the best at it.
What do you mean it
Sure,
sounds
sure.
too fucking angry?
Man, yeah. If
Actually,
you're a
Matt
bitch,
Ryan's angry.
Is he supposed to like sweet talk him up there?
I guess.
hey, you guys want to jump off sides for me? Go. Putt.
Please.
Ready, go.
Down.
Yeah.
Set.
Hike.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we got the sheriff, Peyton Manning.
Oh, I fucked up.
Omaha.
I fucked up. That's number 1.
I'm going
No,
with
it is
2.
not.
Fuck.
Omaha's good, but it's not number 1.
I'm going number 2.
Yeah, but his voice though.
Number 2.
Omaha.
He does a lot of like changes at the line. Like he does a lot of audibles.
He
so, like,
does, but that's not part of his his typical cadence, though.
I guess. I'll put him in 4.
So where are you putting him, Mason? You putting him at 4 then?
2.
2. Oh, I didn't know you had 2 still open. That's right.
I have 5 left now.
2.
And then you got the last one, the poster boy of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh yeah, I'm glad he's at 5. Fuck
So
that guy.
why did he
Looking for me.
put them all both at 5? Huh?
Oh yeah, fuck that
All
guy.
right, that's fair.
What a
That's
fucker.
fair.
What are you putting him at?
I think I would put him at 5. I think I would go
Yeah.
in order: Aaron Rodgers, Cam Newton, Dak Prescott, Peyton Manning, Patrick Mahomes.
What the fuck? You're putting Peyton that low?
I don't know. I'm just not sold on the Omaha. I think, yeah, here we go is so much better. It's so
Wild.
funny. Like you think it's such like a gimmicky thing, but it never gets old. It doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't, but it never fucking gets old. I love it. So that's our blind ranking. So then we can move into the week 17 pick'em. So to run through the scores from last week, I win 10-6. 144 and 80 overall with a 64.2%. Mason, you went 7-9 last week. You are 92 and 91 overall with a 50.2%. Just scraping
I'm so
by.
goated.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking. That's right where you want to be. You don't want to be any higher.
What if I was
try hard?
What if I was at 50.1?
And then you suck.
Oh, then you suck. But if you're at 50.2, you're good.
Yeah.
So
Obviously.
Bryce went
We're the real
9-7.
champions right now.
Yeah. Bryce went 9-7. He's 101 and 75 overall with a 57.3%. Dalton is he went 7-9 last week. He's 85 and 63 overall with a 57.4%. And then Nick, You also went 10-6 last week. You are 65 and
go.
54 overall with a 54.6%. So I'll pull up the games here, wherever I can find it. All right, first one. Thursday night football, the New York Jets at the Cleveland Browns. Who are you going here?
I believe in Flacco. I'm going Browns.
I also believe in Flacco. I would go Browns as well.
Oh,
That defense is too good.
was it Browns and Saints?
Browns and Jets.
Oh, Browns.
Yeah. Alrighty. Then Saturday, we got this one's actually a pretty good game. It's going to be the Detroit Lions at the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh,
Now, does this
I'm
being at the Cowboys play a big factor for you?
Yeah.
yeah, it does. I'm gonna go Cowboys.
What are you going with, Mason?
I said I'm picking the Cowboys.
Picking the Cowboys? You know, I
Just
kind of
because
want to
it's at
hop on
home.
that with you guys, but I think I'm going to be different and go Lions. Now, statistically, the Cowboys have been a pretty good team at home, but the Lions have also played very well in indoor stadiums. So I'm going to go with the Lions. Then we got Sunday. Ooh, this is another good game. We actually got a pretty good slate of games this week. The Dolphins are at the Ravens. This one's at 12 o'clock. This one should be like a Sunday night football game. So Dolphins or Ravens?
I'm gonna pick the Dolphins.
I'm gonna go Dolphins. Yeah.
Wow. I'm going to go Ravens. They impressed me last week quite a bit against the Niners. So I'll be happy with that. Then we got the Patriots taking on the Bills. Patriots actually have been pretty decent lately, but I don't know. Bills are also playing very good football. I'm probably going Bills.
I believe in my daddy, Josh Allen.
Do you? You
Allen.
going with the Bills?
Sadly.
Nick, you
Yeah.
were right about the Patriots last week. Are you going with them again?
I was, but I'm actually gonna have to go with Bills on this one.
All right. Bills clean
Oh, really
sweep.
now?
We got Falcons at the Bears. I'm probably going. I think I'm going Bears, honestly.
Really?
Falcons did beat the Colts last week, though. Ooh, I don't know. I see the Falcons, like, they're such a hit or miss team. Like,
I'm
they
gonna take the Falcons.
either perform way over your expectations or it's like way below. All right, so we'll split 1-1. What do you think, Nick?
You know what? I'm going with the Falcons.
Okay. Going with the
You
Falcons.
stop meat riding me.
Yeah, he has to switch
All
up because he was
season,
meat
right?
riding me last week.
Fuck.
Switch the flow.
I'm
He's
the
got
meat rider.
Titans at the Texans next. I don't know if CJ Stroud's coming back for this game or not.
What is it?
Texans and what?
Titans at the Texans.
Hmm.
I'm going Titans.
Hmm.
Houston got it done last time. No, I'm gonna go Titans. I think Titans get it.
Yeah.
So you said fucking shit. Is Stroud coming back?
I do not know.
Shit. I think if Stroud comes back, then the Texans, but if he isn't playing, then I'd say the Titans. Holy fuck. Titans.
So you're going
I
Titans.
guess.
Okay.
Just because I'm not sure if CJ's coming back.
Yeah. Raiders at Colts. Raiders played a pretty good ball game
I'm
against the
picking the
Chiefs.
Raiders.
I think I'm also gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna ride the hot hand here.
Yeah, Raiders also.
Okay. Then we got the Carolina Panthers at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars.
See, the Jaguars are like an all-time skid right now. They just got 30 dropped on them by the Buccaneers, and I feel like they've lost a couple in a row now. Dare I say it, but I think the Panthers might get their
I was gonna
third
say the
win.
Panthers.
They might
I was
get
gonna
their
say the
third win.
Panthers because of how close the score was between Green Bay and them, and
because of
Jacksonville's
Joe Barry,
been.
It is totally
Yeah,
because of
that's
Joe
true.
Barry. Fire Joe Barry. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. He's a pussy.
But
I'm going
I'd probably
Panthers.
rather hang
Going
out with
Panthers?
Mahomes than Joe Barry. So
yeah, that's fair. You know,
that
honestly,
tells you anything.
we shit on Mahomes a lot. I think I'd rather hang out with Mahomes than probably a lot of people. Mahomes seems like an alright guy, besides on the field. But
Yeah.
on the field, he's a torture. But uh, Rams at Giants.
Hmm. Who's starting for the Giants now instead of
Tyrod
DeVito?
Taylor. I think I'm going Rams.
Yeah, me too.
Giants.
You're going
I think
Giants?
Tyrod can do it.
All right, let's
Prime
see.
Tyrod.
Tyrod redemption game. See if he can actually prove that he should have been the
Comeback player
starter
of the
all
year.
along. Yeah, it's a little late for that. But then we got Cardinals at Eagles. I'm going Eagles.
Eagles.
You say Cardinals?
I said the Eagles.
Oh, I thought you said Cardinals. I was gonna say, is Nick really feeling bold again? This guy really likes.
No,
Just
I don't know.
I
He
give the
reaching out
Cardinals
there.
so many
for
chances.
some reason.
I give the Cardinals three chances and
They
they
failed
haven't
you
won.
every
so,
time. Yeah.
So fuck you guys.
All right.
Fuck you, Arizona.
Then we got the Saints at the Buccaneers. I'm going Buccaneers. Buccaneers have been hot lately.
Yeah, Bucks are good.
Beat the
Baker
Packers at
Mayfield.
Lambeau.
That's who it was.
Beat the
Baker
Jaguars.
Mayfield for
Oh,
comeback
that's who
player
it
of the year.
was. Honestly, yeah, that's
Baker
fair.
Mayfield.
I'd probably still give it to Joe Flacco, but Baker Mayfield, I can't disagree that he's been very good.
Yeah, I'm baking with Bake. So
Oh, you're baking with bake? What the fuck does that even mean?
baking with Baker.
Fair enough. All
I
right.
love it.
Then we
You
got.
too. Hey.
Oh, we're all picking Buccaneers. Yes.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
Niners at Commanders. I'm going Niners.
Yeah, fuck the Commanders.
Bounce back game.
Kind of
Commanders.
not good.
Commanders bench Sam Howell, so it's kind of sad.
Then we got the Steelers at the Seahawks.
Steelers.
Seahawks.
Your boys, Nick. Oh, I don't know here.
Nope.
Rudolph
Seahawks.
was kind of cooking on Christmas. He was good.
Nope. Seahawks.
Just like I said, I predicted that shit too.
You were right. You were 100% right about that. I'm going
Fine.
Steelers. Fuck it. Let's go Steelers.
Okay.
He goes, okay. Does that hurt on a personal level, Nick? Does that hurt on a
Okay,
personal
okay.
level? Just a little bit? All right.
We had two QBs that we could switch out at any time, so
Yeah, Drew Lock. Huh? All right. Chargers at Denver. Denver's on a skid.
Taking Denver still.
I'm taking Chargers.
You're
East and
shutting
6.
Herbert down
So,
for the rest of the year, right?
Yeah, it's East and 6.
Ah. Who did the Chargers
I'm
play
still gonna
last week?
believe
Why
it.
am I blanking? They actually did pretty decent last week, I'm sure.
Yeah, they did. They played Bills. It was like 24-22. Yeah, 24-22.
Okay, give me the Chargers. We'll go with that. Denver's on a skid.
Yeah.
They're starting Jarrett Stidham. Unless he can somehow pull off a Tommy DeVito-esque, Josh Dobbs-esque, fucking who else has been all right this year? Jake Browning-esque run.
Drew Lock, cooking.
Drew Lock-esque run. I'm going with the Chargers.
The year of the backup QBs. Can we talk about that? That's fucking crazy.
There's so
Like backup
much.
QBs
It's
this year.
insane. Like, I feel like half the teams have a backup QB in right now.
Yeah. Who do good in a few games and they get their name out there.
Right, and then the NFL markets the shit out of them.
Yeah, they ride them.
Right, they meat ride. 2 more games. There's actually no Monday night game this week, huh? I'm kind of surprised. Cincinnati at Kansas City. This one is a pretty good one.
As much as I hate saying
the
that,
Bengals, because fuck Patrick Mahomes.
The slide has to stop sometime, right? I'm going Chiefs.
I'm going Chiefs.
The landslide has to come to an end. It's been nuts so far. They got to get one. This one's
Fucking
back at home
lose.
too.
If they lose this one,
Burrowhead.
Yeah, even though Burrow's
Remember
not
that?
playing. That's like the only reason why I'm
Oh,
not
Burrow's not
picking.
playing.
That's the only reason why I'm not picking the Bengals is because
Why isn't Burrow
Jake Browning.
playing?
Because Burrow's been hurt like the whole year.
Oh, well, shows how much I pay attention.
So I'm going Chiefs.
Still, fuck Patty.
All right, there it is. Then we got Green Bay at Minnesota Sunday Night Football.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm picking Minnesota.
yeah, I'm probably picking Minnesota too, dude. They played a good game of ball against the Lions. They lost, but they played a good game.
Yeah.
Packers.
You're going Packers. No
Yeah.
Jair.
No
That's going to be an
Jair.
issue.
But
Justin
they'll be good
Jefferson's going to
enough.
cook them. Unless Carrington Valentine can clamp. Or Eric Stokes can clamp. But that's going to be an issue, man. Who knows if A.J. Dillon's coming back or not, too. They need to feed Aaron Jones. That's the key to that game. Feed Aaron Jones against the Vikings' bad defense, and you need to stop Jefferson. You need to stop Addison. You need to stop Hawkinson. You really need to stop their pass game. So, but we're split in two ways there. Yeah, there you go. Engage 8 every play. Just run it.
No, KJ
Oh,
Osborne.
I thought you said engage 8.
No.
Numbers too.
Yeah. All right. That's pretty much it for this episode of Cheap Seats. If you somehow made it to this point, even though probably most people have not, if we're being real here, follow
Shout
the
out the rest
page,
of who's listening
subscribe
to
to
this.
the YouTube. Please help us out on TikTok because we are in need. But besides that, any final words, folks?
Jackson Mahomes is